So the very first thing I want to talk about, bum ba dum. I said, bum ba dum. Here we go. It really? Oh, there we go. Okay. So the very first thing I want to talk about is Microsoft Activision Blizzard's acquisition contract they got on the table. So the last time we talked about this, they were good to go on the US side. However, they were not good to go on the CMA side over there in the UK. So in order to get on the CMA's good side, I'll say that, a new contract was written up. A new proposition was written up, if you will. They want to restructure the transaction to the UK's Competition and Markets Authority. And this is this Microsoft doing the let me see. Okay, so we know in January of 2022, Microsoft was announcing the proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard Inc. Today, they are making another important step regarding this transaction. To address the concerns about the impact of the proposed acquisition on cloud game streaming raised by the UK Competition and Markets Authority, we are restructuring the transaction to acquire a narrower set of rights. So it's Microsoft that is restructuring the proposition for the UK, for CMA, okay? So I was curious about if it was Microsoft doing the restructuring of this proposition or if it was the CMA. So now I know that it's Microsoft who did the restructuring. Okay, that makes sense. Let me see here. This includes executing an agreement effective at the closing of our merger that transfers the cloud streaming rights. Check this out, guys. This is the part I was shocked about, okay? This transfers the cloud streaming rights for all current and new Activision Blizzard PC and console games released over the next 15 years to, get this, Ubisoft. Over the next 15 years, they are proposing that all current, it did say current, right? It says current. Yep. And new Activision Blizzard PC and console games released over the next 15 years to Ubisoft Entertainment, a leading global game publisher. The rights will be in oh my god, I used to know how to say this word. Purity. Let's see what this word means. Perpetuity. A bond or other security with no fixed maturity date. Oh, now that's interesting. A bond or other security with no fixed maturity date, or it's a restriction making an estate inalienable perpetually or for a period beyond certain limit. Okay, the second one actually makes more sense than the first one did. Okay, because at first I thought it was saying that they weren't, perpetuity. The rights will be in perpetuity. Hold on, let me look at this up again. A restriction making an estate inalienable perpetually for a period beyond certain limits fixed by law. A restriction making an estate inalienable perpetually for a period beyond certain limits fixed by law. Or a state of quality of lasting forever. 15 years, that certainly sounds like it would last forever. So y'all, for the next, so the restructure is for the next 15 years. Any current and new games that would be created by Activision would be published by Ubisoft. And now, as I read further along, they're doing this to make sure that games from Activision are still playable on other devices. And I'll let me find that so I can read that to you. And just so you know, this information is coming straight from the Microsoft blog. Straight from the Microsoft blog. I am on the Microsoft website reading this. Let's see. As a result of the agreement with Ubisoft, Microsoft believes its proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard presents a oh my god. I know how to say this word. Y'all leave me alone. Substantially different transaction under UK law than the transaction Microsoft submitted for the CMA's consideration in 2022. As such, Microsoft today has notified the reconstructed transaction to the CMA and anticipates that the CMA review process can be completed before the 90-day extension in its acquisition agreement with Activision Blizzard expires on. So first of all, they already got a extension on this acquisition of Activision. Try saying that 3 times fast. And it's supposed to expire in October. So they're looking to close this deal on the UK side before October. They're saying that this reconstructed agreement should be approved and okay with CMA before October. So then the question becomes, what is going to happen if they do not accept it by October? That's going to be interesting. All right, so the agreement provides Ubisoft with a unique opportunity to commercialize the distribution of games via cloud streaming. The agreement will enable Ubisoft to innovate and encourage different business models in the licensing and pricing of these games on cloud streaming services worldwide. Ubisoft will compensate Microsoft for the cloud streaming rights to Activision Blizzard's game through a one-off payment. And through a, let me hold this up, market-based wholesale price mechanism, including an option that supports pricing based on usage. It will give Ubisoft the opportunity to offer Activision Blizzard's game to cloud gaming services running non-Windows operating systems. So there it is right there. So they are making sure that the games will not just be under Microsoft. By doing this, this will allow the other games under Microsoft from Activision to go through Ubisoft, so it can be on other platforms as well. And Ubisoft is going to compensate Microsoft based on the usage. I guess that's not a bad setup when I think about it business-wise. If it's based off usage and not by, how many packages are purchased. If I'm thinking about this the way they have it here, if I'm thinking about this the correct way, I guess that's really not a bad setup. Now, why Ubisoft? That's the question. So I did some little bit of research, and Ubisoft went through some stuff over the last couple of years, actually. From finance wise to a couple of what's the word I want to say? What's the word when they've been tried for something? It doesn't start with an A. It's not apparently, even though that's the word that it falls around. What's the word for it? Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Allegation. I'll take that. So they got I had a really big allegation against them. I think it was either last year or the year before last. So they had that. They have had finance issues. And I know every company goes through it, but I feel like this is one of the reasons why Ubisoft was chosen to be that publishing company. You know what I mean? This gets them back in good graces with, fans. It gets more eyes back on them. The sales go back up, and it'll make people forget about the allegation. If you're wondering what allegation I am talking about, I will post the news story of this allegation in the comment section below if you're watching this on the YouTube podcast. If you are listening through any of the podcast apps, then you will either have to go to my YouTube page, or I'll figure out a way. No, I'll post it in the description. That's right. I forgot. There is a description box on the podcast website. I'll post the website there as well, so you guys can check the link in the description for that allegation. And yeah, so I think that's the reason why Ubisoft was chosen. Other than the fact that yes, it is a UK publishing company, so and it's a pretty big company. And something else to bring up, Ubisoft is independently owned. Ubisoft is independently owned. I cannot make that clear enough. Ubisoft is a independently AAA publishing company. I'm gonna let that marinate with y'all. So, just in case you guys don't know what a AAA company is, give me a second and I will tell you what it is. Give me a quick second. I don't want too much, whatchamacallit, I don't want too much dead silence here. Because there's AA, there's AAA. Let's see. So the term AAA is a classification used within the video game industry to signify high budget, higher profile games that are typically produced and distributed by large, well-known publishers. And I just find that very, what's the word I want to look for? What's the word I want to say? I find that it's nothing bad. I find that very inspiring. That's something to aspire towards. Because I work with an independent gaming company, and we want people to know our name, so to hear that Ubisoft is an independent company and I believe they're a AAA company. Let me just make sure. Let me just make sure, guys. Just real quick. Yeah. They're AAA companies. They are AAA companies. So, and I say companies because I saw EA. So I think with them being an independent game company, that's number one. That, and they've had some financial issues and an allegation towards them. And their UK company, that's not the only reason, but business wise, that's one of the reasons why I think that they were pulled to be, someone who they could add in as a publishing company and publish Activision's games through for the next 15 years, guys. Woo! Let me tell you something. That is a long time. You might as well say it was forever. You might as well say it was, that's a long time. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think about that in the comment section below or in the chat. Let me know your thoughts on that. And then we'll move on to the next news, which is Call of Duty. Getting ready for Season 5, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. They are releasing 2 new characters. They are releasing Snoop Dogg and Nicki Minaj. Let me bring this down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. They are... And the reason why they chose Snoop Dogg and Nicki Minaj is... Check this out, y'all. Check this out. Again, I'm pulling this from the blog. I'm not reading any, fan article or anything like that. I'm pulling this directly from the blog. The reason why they chose Snoop Dogg and Nicki Minaj is because they are celebrating 50 years of hip-hop. Now, 50 years of hip-hop was actually last month, if I'm not mistaken. Was this last month that they were celebrating 50 years of hip-hop? When was? Yeah, it was last month. So it says, from a fresh twist of the knife in the Call of Duty Modern Warfare story to impressive free content drops across both Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty Warzone, to celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop. Get ready for Season 5. Where is it that they mention this? So they brought in a couple of things in here. They brought in... let me see here. It says spoiler alert. Do y'all want to hear about the spoiler alerts? Do y'all care about those? I'm going to put it in here anyway. So, spoiler alert. This introduction continues the story of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 to set the stage for Season 5. Commander Philip Graves was presumed KIA during a ferocious tank battle during the Modern Warfare 2 campaign. After turning on members of Task Force 141. Spoiler alert. Graves is alive. Now, I don't call Play of Duty. That's literally what I was about to say. I do not play Call of Duty. That's not the type of gamer I am. Would I ever try it? Probably. But would it be one of those games I'd run to like, ooh, Call of Duty? No, it wouldn't be one of the ones. So let me go back to reading the blog real quick. Even if Task Force 141 successfully secured the warhead as part of the raid, Farah lost her brother and AQ asset Hadir, but not before he revealed that a greater threat is on the horizon. Unbeknownst to Price, Gaz, and the rest of the 414, of the 141, that's an area code, Farah and Alex head back to Urkistan, Urzikan. Hey Chelsea, what's going on? How you doing? Absolutely. Much love. Urkistan. Okay, a meeting has been set up with a former enemy who apparently was incinerated, in his tank at the Fuerzas Especiales headquarters in South America. 3 elite leaders pour over a map of Al-Mazara, where Graves has intel on a new ultra-nationalist threat now present in the AO. The same group Hadir could not speak of to his dying breaths, the Kunai group. And on top of all of that juicy spoiler, of course we have Snoop Dogg and Nicki Minaj coming to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 to celebrate 50 years of hip-hop. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. When I first heard this news, I was like, what in the heck does 50 years of hip-hop have to do with Call of Duty? That was the first thing I asked. And I said to myself, this ain't it. But I know a lot of people are going to be super excited to see these two in Call of Duty. Especially Snoop Dogg's entrance, his trailer. Let me see if I can find it real quick and play it for y'all. His trailer, I ain't gonna lie, I was all like, no, y'all didn't. Let me see. Call of Duty Snoop Dogg introduction. Let me see. This one? Do I want to play this one? How long is this one? 15 seconds? Okay, we can do this one. It's not that long. So let me pull up this real quick so I can show you guys his intro. Let me do this. Oh, good Lord. Thankfully, y'all can't see that anyway. But you guys let me know what you think about Snoop Dogg and Nicki Minaj's release into Modern Warfare. If it makes a difference to you, if it doesn't make a difference to you, if you think this is going to be cool, if you don't think this is going to be cool, you guys let me know in the chat, in the comment section, wherever you are watching this at. And here we are with Snoop Dogg's intro to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Or actually, this is Call of Duty Warzone. Y'all can't hear nothing. Oh, that was it? Hold on, y'all. That's not what I wanted. Hold on. Give me. Let me see. I just want a. How long is this one? 30 seconds? Let's do this one. I'll be the lead, dog. I got you, homie. My boy in that all white. He G'd up. I can't be mad at it. Into the road for your sorry ass. Got eyes on this here. His gun is blue. His effects is marijuana. He's crip walking. Bro. August the 7th was when he was released. Cancel that. Okay. So, yeah. There's that. Oh, hold on. Close that. Bring that on over. So, yeah. There was no trailer for Nicki. What did I say? Did I say blue? It's purple? My mistake. It's purple. So there was no trailer for Nicki that I know of. And if there is, somebody can post it and we can look at it. But yeah, you guys let me know if that makes a difference to you that they're coming to Call of Duty. If it doesn't make a difference to you, if you think it's dope, let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on these. Because I'm quite interested. Like I said, I don't play the game. So when I saw this, I was all like, wait, what? You know, I don't really have an opinion on it, like I said, because I don't play the game. I mean, other than it threw me off because I'm all like, you know, what is... Anyway, but yeah, that's my thought on it. We're going to move right along. Oh, yeah, that's right. I meant to show y'all this and this. Okay. So now moving right along to Pokemon. This is going to be a short podcast, I think, because I think we got a lot to talk about in Pokemon, though. So because you guys know I got to do my Pokemon news. Okay. We got a release date for Pokemon's first Part 1 DLC, the Teal Mask. It is coming out September Ooh, I think I almost gave y'all the wrong date. Hold on. I had it, and I was so ready to say it. And then I was like, wait. Let me see first. The 13th. See, I was about to give y'all the wrong date. I was about to say the 8th. Ha! Okay, so Pokemon's first DLC, the Teal Mask, is going to be released on the 13th of September. So, if you guys have completed one or both games, and you're just probably exploring, or you're playing in the terrestrialized caves, then your wait is going to be fairly short. Wait no longer, or wait just a couple more weeks. They're coming out with the DLC, so you guys can check that out. Don't look at me. I'm not done playing the game. I went and got. We're gonna talk about codes too. I went and got my codes, like my Pokemon and stuff, but I have not been back in the game other than getting my codes. I could not let those codes go to waste. So yeah, I am gonna finish it. Whether I finish it on the channel or not, I don't know, but we will finish it. I promise you, we will. So let me know if you guys are excited for the first DLC drop. Again, if it makes no difference to you, let me know that as well. If you think Pokemon has gotten boring now, let me know that as well. Because even though I am a fan, I still like to hear other people's opinions about how they feel like Pokemon's franchise is going, in the direction that it's going, and how much longer you think we got with Pokemon. Do you think Pokemon is going to last 15 years? I.e. forever? You guys let me know that. Speaking of gifts, don't forget, if you play the game, to go grab your gifts. They are available. I need to make a blog for you guys to follow alongside with this podcast. So then when I have stuff like this, when I bring up links and I bring up the codes and stuff, you guys can go to that blog and everything will be there. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, because, I know there's codes out there, and I can tell you guys to go visit other blogs or anything like that. But, if you guys are, loyal to the crew, then I want you guys to, everything will be in, crew inside. You know what I mean? Inside crew. There we go. That's what I mean to say. Crew inside. Anyway, I see that there are battles going on. Let me take a look at this. Is this updated Pokemon? Come on now. Give me some updated stuff. Alright, fine. What is this? First partner. Familiar first partner Pokemon are appearing in spades. What? Let me read this. First partner Pokemon from past titles in the core Pokemon series are appearing in spades in the Terranitarium house. In the Terrarium house within Blueberry Academy. The setting of the Hidden Treasure of Hidden Zero Part 2, the Indigo Disc. The Terrarium is a facility that recreates a variety of biomes from the tropics of icy seas where many Pokemon lived and thrive in the environment best suited for them. Or to them, excuse me. You might even get a chance to see the first partnered Pokemon as they live in the wild. Interesting. Okay, I honestly did not know anything about that, so that's actually pretty dope. That's the trailer. What I wanted to talk about, I see that the legendary Pokemon or Gearpon has been discovered in this terrestrialized state. That was something. Here it is. To receive the special Dark Terra type Charizard. That's a code for y'all to check out. I know they're giving away a Mew. You guys go check that out as well. And let's talk about. Let me see here. Do I have information on it first of all before we talk about it? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so the Teal Mask Part 1. Let's see. You'll be leaving the Paldea region. The setting of your adventure in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and take a school in this in part 1, the Teal Mask, a school trip will take you to the land of Kitakami, where you'll be joining an outdoors study opportunity held jointly between your academy and another school. In part 2, the Indigo Disc, you'll be traveling to Blueberry Academy, a sister school of your own academy, as an exchange student. Huh. Okay. And I heard about that in the... What was that? The Pokemon Presents. So I knew a little bit about that, but not a lot. So, okay. Okay, guys, so you guys get ready for that release date. Again, that's going to be on September 13th. Again, you guys let me know if you're excited about that. And then, of course, go grab your mystery gifts. I'm going to try and find the codes and put those in the description box below, both on YouTube and on whatever podcast you're going to be listening to this on. And then for Pokemon Go, if you guys still play Pokemon Go, we have some stuff for September. So, y'all, this past weekend was Pokemon Go Fest 2023 Global. If you guys didn't get a chance to play, then you missed out on the Pokemon Diancie. Diancie was featured in this one as the mystical Pokemon to be captured if you bought the ticket and played the research task. So that was this past weekend, and they had a lot of... I was excited about the habitation rotation. That phrase, the habitat rotation schedule. I was excited about that because of the way they named it. They had the crystal, they had the quartz terrarium, the pyrite sands, and the malachite weirdness, really? The malachite wilderness and the aquamarine shores. And each of those Pokemon were color themed, and I thought that was pretty freaking dope. So that was this past weekend. And then there was a lot of, and of course, if you got a chance to play, there's a lot of Ultra Unlocked stuff that's going to happen over the next, few weeks, I believe. Where is the... I am looking for September's news. I thought I had it. I thought I had that up already. Let's see, a special event is going to take place on Tuesday, September the 5th. Oh, maybe that's what y'all were talking about. Okay, here we go. So, Ultra Unlock on September the 10th, September the 5th through September the 10th. A special to be announced event will take place from Tuesday, September the 5th to Sunday, September the 10th. Regardless of the number of challenges trainers are able to complete. And then there is another one. Wait, no, that's the same thing. From September the 10th to the 5th. No, excuse me. Then there's another one going from the 10th to the 15th. It looks like the Pokemon debuts are going to be Bug, Bug, Electric, Flying, and Ice. But they're not, and that was for the 10th through the 15th. They're not mentioning what's going to be on the 5th through the 10th. Ooh, special Pokemon. And if you're lucky, you could get a shiny one. We don't know what it is yet, though, guys. We don't know what it is yet. And I need the community day for September, which I believe, isn't it, let me go back. Let me see here. So the 2nd of September, we have a Community Day Classic. The 23rd is going to be regular Community Day. Okay. I don't know how I feel about the Community Day Classics because they're not cycling them out the way I feel like they should cycle them out. Like, I feel like I keep seeing the same starter Pokemon over and over again. And they've reached all the way to we're in the Hisui region. Even in the game, we've got a few Hisui Pokemon that we've caught, or that have made their debut. And yet we can't get any fresher starter Pokemon for Community Day Classic? Like, come on. That's what I'm looking for. And then it's the same thing for regular Community Day. I feel like some of them they're repeating. And then you guys know at the end of the year in December they do a full weekend of all of the Community Days Pokemon. Excuse me. But if they're repeating, then it's almost like it's not special anymore. So I could completely understand if you guys do not you guys don't mess with the Community Days like that, because I agree. I feel like they need to cycle them out more. We have plenty of Pokemon. Aren't we in the thousands? We got plenty of Pokemon to choose from. They could Pokemon Go. Niantic, I need you guys to cycle through Classic Community Day. Start going through more of. We got plenty of starters. Start going through some other more of those starters. We've seen Charmander. I don't know how many times. We've seen Squirtle. I don't know how many times. Froakie. Now that one was new, but before that, there's plenty. There's plenty Pokemon Go. There's plenty. I need you guys to cycle. Please cycle. Please. I can't beg you guys enough. Please cycle. Both for Classic and for the main Community Day. Please cycle. We got plenty of Pokemon. Plenty. Come on, guys. Come on. Cycle, please. That's all I ask. I think that's actually all I have, wasn't it? Yeah, that was it. That's all I have for you guys for the podcast. What time is it? 11:19. I guess we'll play a game. You guys want to play a game? You guys want to play a game? Or not? Y'all ain't gonna play, but you guys are gonna watch me play. I'm mad though, because if I get started, I know I'm gonna get sucked in, because tonight would be, I need some water. Tonight would be, whatchamacallit? It would be, Horizon Zero Dawn. And I know if I get started, I'm going to get sucked all the way in. Okay, so then I'll tell you what, guys. I'm sorry. We won't do a game tonight. Tonight will be strictly the podcast episode. Mostly because I missed yesterday. And then what we're going to do is tomorrow, because it's getting super close to my birthday, and I got to make sure that I'm doing enough streams to the point that when my birthday comes through, I'm caught up and I can do my birthday stream the way I want to do my birthday stream, and not, try to do something else or new. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys then, especially for podcast. So thank you guys once again for tuning in to GameGyrl Cast. I appreciate you all for listening. Those who listen later on the apps, those who watch later on YouTube or over here on Twitch, I appreciate you guys so much. While you guys are listening and while you guys are watching, please do not forget to hit the like and subscribe, or the like and the follow button, depending on when you are and where you're listening to this or where you're watching this from. I very much appreciate you guys once again. I will see you guys tomorrow with a new stream. We will be playing a game, and depends on what kind of mood I'm in, we may do 2 games because I'm behind but I'm trying to catch up. So if that's the case, it'll probably be a 4-hour stream tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. Don't get excited, y'all. Don't get excited. But yeah, all right, that's it. You guys comment below. Let me know what you think about the news that was talked about tonight, or today, and let me know what you guys would like to hear me talk about in the next podcast episode, and I will get my information on it. Until then, this has been GameGyrl Color with another podcast. I am that geek. I am that nerd. Holla if you've heard. Peace. Mwah. Keep crewing, crew. I love you all. Thanks again for listening and watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.